We've had rain overnight, and the Three Musketeers have been over there in the cat hotel staying dry. I've got Tuck settled on the platform. I don't know if we're supposed to get more rain here in the next hour or two or not. I'm not sure. Don's bringing Ruby out. He always does that while the kitties are eating. That way nobody's likely to be over there by the car. Come here, Stripey. And I put their food in here because the last thing I want is for the fresh morning food to get rained on. Everything's good out here on the front porch too. It's a Monday regular schedule. Drop off Johnny, pick him up at noon. So that means I gotta leave here, back out of here at 11:15. So assuming it's not raining, we'll walk. Well, I hope it doesn't actually start raining during the drive this morning. Hope it's done for a little while. So far so good. The sky looks pretty clear right now. Good morning, Ruby. It does look like a clearing sky, especially to the west, so that's good. I do think we're done with rain for this morning. Don said the GMC people promised him, the Chevy people promised him the GMC would be ready today. If it is, that's great. I would probably try to drop Don off on the way to pick up Johnny, although today's an early day, so we might have to make a special trip. Whatever it takes. But it's likely to be ready today. Seems the Chevy place had to wait on, had trouble getting, didn't have on hand parts either. And they had messaged him on Friday, so. So they do have electric golf cart charging there at the security gate. I've gotten out and stretched my legs over here at St. Monica's, and I'm fixing to head on down the road, but I took a minute to glance at Teslarati and was very surprised to read that the video by Holmar's blog and one other, Tad Park, debunking Dan O'Dowd's videos about FSD beta running over children were removed by YouTube because they considered them dangerous and violating their policies, even though the driver was paying attention and the speeds were low and etc, etc, etc. And the author of the article went on to find multiple other YouTube videos that seemingly were much more dangerous than the ones that were removed, showing that YouTube's policy is pretty hit or miss on the content. Yeah, I guess I didn't watch either of the debunking videos, but I wasn't too worried about the full self-driving hitting a pedestrian, even a child, and I'm not particularly happy to hear that they were taken down since the drivers were in the car and paying attention, and the children were aware of what was going on. I mean, it's just ridiculous, right? But I guess they've got to fluff their feathers over something every once in a while. Of course, I'm sure Dan O'Dowd's lying content is still out there. So it just seems unfair. This is the problem you get into, which was Elon was trying to talk about with Twitter and all these other things, is that when you start removing content, where do you end? because the author of the article said they weren't really in favor of YouTube going after additional videos, just probably should have left the 2 out there that were out there. But yeah, where do we draw the line once we start to censor or remove or decide what content isn't okay? Where, you know, where is the line and who gets to decide? These are the things that the whole Twitter deal is all about, right? So I guess I can't go watch them now, but I really feel like they probably were not so dangerous or promoting dangerous activity that they should have been removed. And I'm sure that I've seen plenty of things on YouTube that probably you wouldn't want kids to watch, right? So anyway, let's just, I don't know, maybe they'll reshoot them in a less dangerous way, because I do feel like the debunking content should still be out there. Yeah, I saw a bunch of posts last night on Facebook in the Tesla groups about Elon's tweets about raising the price of full self-driving to $15,000. You know, and all of the, I would say the comments mostly were not positive about people being willing to pay that price or thinking it was worth that price. But Elon did say that he was going to continue to raise it as it got better. I guess that's Elon being true to his word, right? And the market will either tolerate the price or it won't. Certainly at 15K, you know, and no way to transfer the FSD that we've already bought really to a new car. Although Tesla did say on trade-in they take it into account. I don't know, Don and I would have to think seriously about it. I'm sure I wouldn't want to do without it, despite what it does or doesn't do for me, because I'm used to having it, right? I probably wouldn't want to do without it. Let's hope we don't have to make that decision, that, you know, Jules and Ruby stay on the road and are continue to be great cars, and we've got it and we're covered, and that's good. But yeah, 15K seems a lot. But he did say he was going to raise it, and he did warn people about it, and he did suggest that they buy it before it went up multiple times now. So he's being true to his word here, and I guess we'll find out if it's going to fly or how many new car orders placed after September the 5th still continue to include it. I would say that if you're able to get your car loan and include the 15K, that folks are somewhat likely to throw it in as part of the, I mean, people throw in all kinds of upgrades on their car all the time that are pricey in the thousands. I don't know that they're 15K pricey, but they're 5K, 8K. I mean, they are pricey sometimes, these add-ons to the cars. So I don't think it's out of the question, but somebody just deciding on an older vehicle, I guess, that they're going to upgrade it and come up with that money, that seems less likely. But only Tesla will know, right, on the new orders, if the number of cars ordered include full self-driving increases or decreases, right? They're going to have those numbers, but we're probably not going to have any way to tell one way or the other. And you know, maybe Tesla or some of these other trackers would be able to see which cars are getting the releases that have the beta. You know, as it go up or down or something. I think there would be, but it still would be a subset of tracking of the real cars and the real data. So I don't know, but obviously there's a lot of talk going on out there about that, and I don't want to really debate, is it worth it or is it not worth it? But just in analyzing Tesla's business decision there, we're watching. I'm just I am paying attention, but you know, I've been a pretty happy FSD beta person. I've been happy with the upgrades on Ruby. Even though I'm having a camera issue, I'm still happy that Tesla did the upgrade. So speaking of which, the appointment is Wednesday. So I'm planning on taking Ruby after I drop Johnny off. I think my appointment's at 8:15 or 8:30, and I should be able to drive from the school over to Tesla by that time, and I guess Dawn come and get me. So that's the current plan anyway. And anxiously awaiting the .69 release. I think it's what, 10.69. Yeah. It looks like the 20th was for limited release, and then it could take 2 or more weeks for it to be more widespread to the cars in the beta program. So maybe Ruby will be fixed and ready to receive the upgrade, because you know, it seems like if you miss these things when they roll out, sometimes you miss them until the next release. So I don't want to miss it. So please, please fix Ruby Wednesday and have her ready and waiting, just like Jules, for the new upgrade. The City of Raleigh employee came and parked next to me, and she had a little trouble parking, and I don't know why she felt the need to be so close, and she went off with a bucket to circle St. Monica's and pick up trash, which I'm sorry that she had to do, because there was some trash over there. But yeah, it's a whole big parking lot, and that was what she did. It was just kind of funny. Block my view, made me feel claustrophobic. Totally not necessary. Hi, Mart. Good boy. We had another 4/10 of an inch of rain this morning. So if you're keeping track, we're like close to 2 inches this week. Last 7 days.
Wow, that was impressive. A brand spanking new with a paper tag Model X.
It's just what passed.
Just went by.
I waved like I was giddy with joy. I'm sure she wondered what the heck was going on. I would have popped up the camera and filmed it, but then she'd have thought I was really had gone off my rocker. Oh. Do you hear the creek? It's moving, and we're seeing some of the tulip poplar, some yellow leaves starting to come down. It's August, as a hint of fall. Well, the ground is quite wet, and I don't see them mowing this morning, but they are trimming additional trees, and they have the vehicle here to cart off the limbs. So they're doing yard maintenance work, just not mowing, at least not yet. And the ground is pretty saturated. All right, this is the end of number 2. We're getting ready to do lap 3. We're still basically doing 3 every time we're up here. You can see the limbs they've cut down.
Been busy today.
They have been busy. I've got 30 minutes before I go pick up Johnny. Did you know you were on camera? Is that why you came closer? And I'm sorting, cleaning, taking apart, looking at the Legos in this bin, which I had gotten previously from Guardian Angel. Halloween cards are pretty typical. I usually find Beyblades. I usually find rocks, chunks of Play-Doh. I find stuff in the bricks sometimes. I'm making good progress, but I've got to stop for now. Well, the clouds have picked up this afternoon. I'm on time for 12 o'clock pickup. So far, so good on the trip downtown. Despite all those clouds up there, I don't see any active storms on the radar, so I don't think it's going to be raining here anytime soon, which is not to say that it's not going to rain, but it's not imminent. Finished sorting the bin, and I put a bunch of the white, dark gray, light gray, black, tan, and brown in the bins where they belong, where I can find them. And Don brought me the mail, which had my slope bricks, my bag of stuff that I needed to do this. And I have done what I can with putting the bricks on there. There's 4 that are the wrong color on the inside here, but I got to order them. And there's a couple of spearheads missing. And I've started building that thing that goes in the front. But it's time to stop, because good news is the GMC is ready, and I'm going to take Don to pick it up. Yeah, so the Chevy place here, it has these 4 bays up next to the sales area. And then there's a whole, I think there's like 10. If you look straight through the opening there, there's a whole bunch more at the back. We saw the GMC over, not, this is not it next to us, but like on the other side. Y'all good?
Yeah, $1,420.
Worth a good.
Yeah, for the air conditioner and a complete bake job, they had to put rotors on and off to turn 2 and put on 2. And so when they did do a flush brake, replace the brake fluid.
Do we still have to go get it inspected, or did they inspect it?
No, I'll have to go take and get it inspected.
Oh God, okay.
Well, I'm, you know, what can I say? If I'd have thought about it, sweetie, I would have told them to inspect it.
Okay.
Anyway, we're good to go.
Be careful in that traffic. I'll see you at the house.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
It's burger night.